Hello again, Honda fans that also like cartoons. We have a Choro-Q of late 80s Honda Prelude. Such as the images here, that's what I think Choro-Q was going for. Although in a much cruder form, of course. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So we have a pretty dark blue. It's not metallic or anything, it's just a dark blue. So you have the smoked plastic body and they painted everything else on top of it. Standard 5 spokes from Choro-Q. You can see the rubber molding going around the whole car. It's got ribs, that's cool. Fog lights are nice. Unfortunately, the turn signals are not painted orange. The grille is painted black though. Well, that's not really what is it, a Honda badge? Maybe it is. Yeah, that is a Honda badge. It's just not silver. Okay, so head pop-up light details there. There's a spring motor, there's a pullback toy, the sunroof. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a clear sunroof on a Choro-Q. I probably have, I can't remember. And then the door handles look okay. Sorry, focus. There we go. And you got painted red taillights there. Unfortunately, there's no orange on the top. And then you have the exhaust pipe part of the base here. This is number 79, I guess, in the Choro-Q lineup, the standard Choro-Qs. And this toy came out in 2003, although this is a much older car in real life. Alright, I'm going to do a wheel swap because those are just your standard 5-spoke Choros, and they're really boring and blanked off and stuff. I don't like it. Oh, that tab actually came apart really easily. So you can see it's just one piece of plastic painted nicely. So that comes out. I will save these for the next modification. And then I have a motor where I clipped off the axles. Because I'll never reuse these again. I'll never play with these as a wind-up toy. But I do want to hand screw this thing back because I don't want to strip out that hole. Alright, and then I actually I'm going to put on some Nissan Cube wheels. They 3D printed for Nissan Cube a while back. I just printed extras. So I think it's very fitting, you know, because they look retro. They look like 1980s wheels, JDM kind of stuff. Just using some poster putty here to mount them. And then I'm going to get some camber in the back, maybe. Actually, I need more putty to do that. Gotta fill in this gap here. That's good enough. Yeah, I can see the step lines from my Frozen Sonic 4K. I can't find print settings for the finest resolution, so I have to work with what I know is published to work. Alright, just a few other Hondas today. This is called a Honda Today Mini Pato. It's a police version and it has this gimmick of a trunk opening here. These are Hot Wheels wheels. I just repainted them white. Alright, so I think it's from a cartoon show, if I recall, in the review I did of that one. This is a relatively recent release. It's a Honda City. I don't know if it's a turbo, though. I think it's just a Honda City. Does it say turbo on the bottom? No, City R. Okay, and it's got from the Q's collection, which is a pretty new collection, and it has these ball joints, so you can pose them like very comically because these are pretty cartoonish cars, right? So like that. And then the last one is by TinyQ, and these are simply superior to Choro-Qs because they have clear headlights with light buckets behind them. Look at the orange, the clear, right? And then you can pose the steering without having to use poster putty like on the Choro-Q. This one actually has a metal base, I think. Not that I care. It's still a pullback toy, and you'll notice it has treads, unlike the Choro-Qs, which are running slicks. Sorry, the camera cannot deal with that reflection. So, I mean, look at all the printing on this as well. This race livery. The taillights are printed, but yeah, it's still a nice looking thing. Although the exhaust is really weird, you know, it doesn't actually come in here. But from the outside, it looks fine. Oh, also mirrors. And look, it has a reflective sticker in the mirrors. So yeah, I really wish TinyQ just made more, but they very rarely come out with a new casting. I'm not sure why, because I don't know why. Maybe the licensing costs a lot. But like, I think any car manufacturer would just look at this versus that and realize this company is doing a better job, right? So it's not an issue about getting approval from licensors. It's maybe that TinyQ doesn't want to pay for the licensing. They're a legitimate company, I think. They don't just make random castings illegally. All right, well, anyways, here's a little gashapon of a Votoms Berserga. And yeah, I like to mix up my endings with the figures. All right, thanks for watching today. I'll see you in the next video.